YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, coming at you with another part of the team building series. This one around Vigoroth, and for those of you who've never either used Vigoroth or don't really know the history of Vigoroth, so everyone knows right now that Sableye is the best save swap in the Open Great League. Before there was Vigoroth, the first save swap was Mew, because everyone had access to Mew early on, and just like basically it was sort of like Sableye, Shadow Claw, fast move, Surf and Wild Charge, great coverage, Wild Charge nuke, great save swap. And then it sort of went to two. It went to Pelipper and Vigoroth. And Vigoroth was a great save swap, and I'm going to show you why in a second. And then we kind of moved to Sableye and others based on the meta now. But it started off because if you look at, so if you just run the quick analysis in the one shield, so 19, 7, and 2, which is pretty nice, right? But the thing is, it's like, okay, so uh, you're gonna lose to anything that has a counter user that's like psychic, where you can only hit resisted there. A flyer is gonna be tough. Trevenant, now Ghost, is gonna be tough, and then poison that you can't hit, right? Even gets like flyer, you can kind of spam. But the most one I want to show you is like kind of like the distribution. Like even though you got some hard losses here in the 200, for the most part you're like pretty smooth, right? And then you get some wins as we get closer to the uh, range here. You can see like just like evenish here. You can just get shot back, and then like some just wins where you just kind of out spam, and then the higher you go against your darks, or like where they're weak to counter, weak to counter, weak to counter. Everything's weak to counter here, right? So what I want to show you is when you look at it as say like 1917, that's okay. But when you use this as a save swap, you're usually ahead by one or two counters to start with, right? So that 1917 record, if you get one fast move advantage, that 1917 record becomes 22 and 14, right? And then if you get two, which is unlikely, but you go to 23 and 13, and look at that distribution. Just the spamminess of this Pokemon can help you flip a lot of matchups. And that's what you can do it for. And for that, you can build around multiple ways. So the first way I built around is, it's funny because I did this team building like with this Altaria Trevenant pair a while ago, and it's now everywhere because Walreit's gone. But basically, same idea, right? Terrible lead here. That's okay. I got Vigoroth as a great save swap. These counters are going to hit for neutral. I'm already at the body slam. Already almost at two body slams now. And that's kind of how this Pokemon works, right? You just get going on the counters. You're now just going to, I'm going to probably shield. Yeah. So at this point, I probably can counter. I don't know if I can counter down before they charm down, but I'm going to get a lot of spam in here. And now they come in with their Swampert. It's okay. I'll get one body slam off. I may be able to get a second one off here. No, they're going to take me up before I get to it, which is fine because now I get Altaria or Trevenant. Either or actually works here. I'm going to probably come Altaria and just get ahead on energy here, knowing that a Hydro is resisted. It is also resisted on Trevenant, but Trevenant's a little more glassy. That still is like 50% as opposed to here, which says like 33. They're going to have to come back in. So I took the Ninetales pretty low, so now I can come and claw all the way down. I'm probably just going to have to commit to the shield. They come in with a Napoleon, so got some moves here, so I'll start grabbing some shields. They don't even shield up a potential Shadow Ball, which is interesting. I know at this point I need to shield because I'm going to try and get both shields back, and then probably farm. I think my weakness is either grab shields and then farm down with Altaria, because I can take a Drill Peck and the waterfalls are resisted. So I guess this team, like I've seen this core out there now, and you are double weak to ice, but look at that, it still managed to take that out, no problem. Basically how I play this, if you see a steel on the lead or an ice, go into your Vigoroth as a save swap. Everything else you can kind of just stand. And this is sort of same thing, like you're kind of weak to ground, rock, and water with Marowak. And I guess to a certain extent, dark. You are weak to dark too, so I'm probably gonna have to bail out of this into my save swap. And they come in with Registeel, which I know what they're thinking, because like a Focus Blast will take me out, and I need to land a Drill Run, and I need to do counters because one Drill Run's not going to take out from this. Not Drill Run, Bulldoze. So I'll probably shield. Yeah, I'll probably shield right back again. This is last season, so that's an automatic fall there. But the spamminess of these counters, ooh, now I'm gonna maybe have to shield. Because I was about to say, if I wasn't a steal, I get to these body slams like no problem, right? But now I think I just need to commit to the full farm down here. Get the full farm down, loaded with energy. I expect the mana buzz probably to come back in. That's okay. I'm at 100 energy, so let's start spamming the heck out of this. There's one body slam. Here comes the second body slam. Here comes the third body slam, right? Now my attack's lower, so these aren't going to do a ton to mana buzz. But you know what? These are still adding up. It's now within one hydro cannon range. And they're going to need to throw. I don't even think a foul play will probably take out from this range, quite honestly. I'm over 50% health, and Mandibuzz is not attack heavy, so I can get a fourth one off here. I would have got a fourth one off here if I threw the move. What am I doing? So, should have thrown the move. That was dumb. Swampert's going to come in here, get ahead on energy. This will take it out if they decide not to shield. They are at a move, so they do end up shielding. That's fine. I could take a move here. It's not going to hurt too much. And then Swampert doing Swampert things here in the back end. But Vigoroth, yeah. Vigoroth sweeping in the, not sweeping, but like flipping in the mid game as I needed. Here, just kind of show the range, like you're weak to, like Nidoqueen's gonna be weak to water, as one of the main ones, and ice, so you have a water flying type here, weak to electric, Nidoqueen will resist electric. So finally get a good lead, Sableye comes in, and this is why Sableye is a great save swap, because unless you have a Charmer, there's like not a super hard punish for this. And this is actually, so your backline's kind of actually interesting because your Nidoqueen poisons are resisted. So they need to land the Earth Power. And Body Slam and Counter are resisted. So I need to go to the Bulldoze. So it's a little tougher on the back end, which is why I'm just staying in here. Because this actually was a pretty safe swap Pokemon at 1.2. Not a super safe swap, but some people use that as a safe swap. Trevenant comes in. I now have, and Trevenant's tricky for, Trevenant is also tricky for Vigoroth. But I can survive one C-Bomb. They catch on what looks like a Ninetales, perhaps. So Nidoqueen can hopefully get to another move here. Yep, force a shield. Now what do I want to do? They're loaded with energy. So I may just come Mantine here, force them to throw. I am at a move. Can I just farm down? Either throw the Ice Beam or throw the Bubble Beam. I'm going to bait. Because what I'm thinking is, this is actually smart if I get back-to-back Bubble Beams here. One Bubble Beam, two Bubble Beams. Super smart on my part. Wow, great play past Dan. Because let me tell you exactly what's happening here. I have an Ice Beam, so they got to respect that. So they shielded. Vigoroth is half normal. No, it's fully normal. So the Shadow Claws and Shadow Balls are resisted, so they can only throw Seed Bombs. So what are they going to do when they have a 2 times lowered Seed Bomb? It is now a resisted Shadow Claw against and a 2 times lower Seed Bomb against resisted counters and resisted body slams. So at this point, even though the Seed Bombs will hit neutral and everything I'm doing is resisted, the counters and the body slams are going to far outpace 2 resisted, 2 times lowered Seed Bombs. And I get to multiple moves here. Even though this is a losing matchup on paper, I'm going to be able to just take this out of the pure spamminess and lowering of the attack. So good job, Hasmi. Got out of a couple tough matchups there overall. Anyways, balance approach, pretty easy to balance. Vigoroth's main weaknesses, like I said, you're going to do tough against ghosts that you don't really have moves to throw, and any sort of counter user, psychic counter user in particular, is going to cause you big trouble. So, can you run this team as an ABB style? I wouldn't be bringing it to you if you could not. I got 3 ABB style teams here. 2 using the same. I didn't realize while I was doing it that I did 2 leads the same, but it's the same idea. It's actually, so ABB, weak to counter in the back, right? 1 Diggersby, 1 Vigoroth. So you try and pull out either like a flyer, or you try and pull out hopefully like another counter user that you can just kind of spam. But I got such a good lead here. I'm going to force them to get out here. And they come in now with a Talonflame. So I don't really have an answer to Talonflame. So you think, right? So now this is going to be the power of Vigoroth. Just being able to just out counter and body slam your opponent. You're going to have to probably shield. I mean, you can survive a Flame Charge. You can't survive a Brave Bird. I'm already at a second move here. And I know even if they go Flame Charge, they're going to need to do one more Incinerate. And they go Brave Bird. They go straight for the nuke. So I can now just go straight counter, load it with energy, flip switch there. And now they come in Swampert because they're already so low on the Vigoroth. I mean, on the Wall Ring because they took one Grass Knot. Grass Knot. So now they come in. I think I'm gonna shield. Yeah, for sure. Because they are already pretty low. I'm still at 2 body slams already, so they're gonna have to shield probably both of these, right? So Vigoroth taking out the Talonflame, finishing off the Wall Rain, getting both shields from Swampert here. Just beast mode Vigoroth. I can come in here with, I can just, yeah, I was about to say, I bank the move. I'm not, it wasn't fully banked, but I was one short, knew that they were going to throw the Hydro. Thank you, Diggersby, for your service. You are a sacrifice here. Now I can either come in Cresselia, which is super tanky, um, or come in here, force their last throw, and then come in Cresselia. So that's fine. Outspammed here, but they are now super low. They're going to get to a move, but Cresselia is tanky. I think Team 1 was a Team Bulk, and then Team 2 was an ABB, but this Team Bulk also serves as an ABB style team. Weak to fighting in the back. So hit them with that. Good game. Here we have the thing is, like, if you don't have a good lead, like a super hard win lead, you gotta try and pull out a fighter. You need to try and pull out a fighter anyways, right? I'm getting hit with a Blastoise, and Blastoise is one of those Pokemon that is also very tanky. So these body slams, it's still gonna take 2 to take it out, and I'm not gonna be able to counter down here. But that's okay. I always like taking it to the one shield even if you're gonna lose, because now I can maybe get to a second one, and if I can't, it's probably in counter range. So yeah, I was supposed to say it's in counter range at this point, so I could just flip switch. Not that I really need to flip switch, um, but flip switch can get the body slams off here, and that's the one thing I noticed about Vigoroth. Like, there's some matchups you're just gonna lose, kind of like Sableye, but with Vigoroth, there's a lot more matchups if you take it to the 2 shield or like giving up one more shield. The counter's just such a strong move that you may be able to farm down in a lot of scenarios here. As that, and then I'm kind of loaded with energy, and even though it can potentially farm me down, um, the damage almost is done here. Like, look how much I took it down here. Um, come in here, which is dumb because I am weak to bug. I don't know why I'm coming here because I know when I'm coming. My thought process is I just need to get the grass off to take it low here. Um, and Cresselia is super tanky, so maybe I'll be able to tank this anyways. It's probably my thought process at the time because counter is resisted. I can tank it, get to a move. I catch on a Stunfisk, which is okay. That's still going to do a little bit of chip damage. And then another counter user in the back to go wild. This one has Obstruct and Night Slash. I'm throwing Obstruct. It's probably dumb. I should probably just throw Night Slash and counter down. But might as well boost my defense because I'm going to have to take an Earthquake here. And that does not a lot when your defense is boosted. Now you throw this. This will take it out. And then hopefully I can get to a move before they take me out here. Just need a Night Slash. Bulb Beam would not take me out from this range with my defense boosted already, so Night Slash will take them out. There we go. And now ABB style team, weak to sort of dark in the back, but I got a great lead here, so they're going to bail. Nidoqueen comes in, got basically a decent answer for Nidoqueen here. Know that they're going to have to either bait and go Earth Power, or go Earth Power and hope I don't shield. And let's see what scenario we get into. I do not shield, and I call the bait, so that is the worst of both cases for them. They could just go double Poison Fang, and I think they may. Oh, they actually went Earth Power there. I thought they would have just gone double poison, but Earth Power takes me out. That's okay. Because I can come here, start clawing, knowing that I can take it out here. I don't want to take a move unnecessarily because those poison fangs add up with all the poison jabs. So take it out, come back in here, and we're met with a Skarmory, which so this is not great because all my charge moves are resisted, but I'm still at a lot of charge moves, right? And these counters are doing neutral here. So I'm still probably going to be able to get to either force a shield. Like they're going to force a shield from me, but I think I'm going to force one right back. And I do basically force one right back. So they're probably going to shield. At this point they have two moves. I'm going to shield once and then let it go down. Or shield once and then shield twice and farm down. Yeah, shield twice, farm down. Have a move coming out, couple counters. Hope I can outpace to the so they decide to come in here immediately. I think I'm gonna have to bail right away because I think I'm gonna counter down. Otherwise, no, not when you are half dark, half normal. And now they need to move, and they cannot get to the move, and I take it out for the win. So Vigoroth still has a lot of play. Again, this was done just at the end of last season before the move update, so there's less Wall Rain and less Registeel. I haven't seen as much of them as I have before. There's more Lanturns, which Lantern against this is not a bad matchup because again, counter Body Slam is just going to quickly add up. And then I'm seeing what else. Steelix, you do well against Steelix because you're fighter. Cofagrigus, obviously, or Runerigus as a ghost, you'll do worse against. I'm trying to think of what else got boosts that people are using. Jump is not good because it's a half flying, so your counters are resisted there. But for the most part, like just the body slam spam is what's going to do a lot of damage. And I prefer running balanced teams as opposed to ABB style teams. So that's I would do any sort of the balanced team that I mentioned initially. But that is it. Um, Again, I'll keep pumping. No. So I'm going. So if you're watching this Thursday morning, it's because I've been in New York for the last Monday through Wednesday. I'm getting home late Wednesday night. I was there for work. So I'm posting this, I'm shooting these in advance, and I'm posting this Thursday morning. So that way I have time Thursday to go over the Weather Cup, and maybe I'll post the Weather Cup video Thursday afternoon, right when the league turns over, and then we'll do like a Weather Cup team Friday morning. So that's the plan, pending no delays with airfare and stuff like that. So that is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.